Hey guys, welcome to Astrology Painter, and NahSeh, your astrologer. So I'm not going to do a big explanation per sign. Please go to the overview video. So that one's labeled Leo Solar Eclipse Overview. Pretty simple, straightforward. And I don't do sun horoscopes like most people do. So there's a tutorial on my website, or rather on my YouTube, that explains first of all how to get your own chart. I always suggest printing that out for each moon cycle. It helps you to learn too if that's something you're interested in. And then you can mark all the degrees that I talk about in those overview videos. The second thing is that I give a horoscope based upon your first house and your ascendant. So I will be saying Geocentric people, which is what this video is for since it's your birthday. And that's where we're going to start. So again, if you have any question, you can watch those tutorial videos and pause now, go print the chart, listen to the overview, and then come back so you can see where this is aspecting your chart, okay? So for Geocentric people, this is in the first house. Again, I am a Leo ascendant, and because of the degree of where this falls, it's inside of my first house. So I would be considered Geocentric. Now the degrees that we're looking at is 28 degrees and 53 minutes, so it's almost at a critical degree. It's almost at 29 degrees. And this is going to affect all fire signs because we have a grand fire trine. So I'm going to give you specifically the houses that this is going to hit for you. So it's going to be in the first house, and there's a stellium. Go watch the overview on that. Stellium is when we have 4 or more planets in a house. So this is your first house with the new moon, and then the fire trine is hitting your 5th and your 9th house. So that's going to put Saturn in your 5th house, and then Uranus in your 9th house. First house is everything about you. It's the I am house. It is how you come across to people. Like my first house is, though I'm Leo ascendant, primarily it's a Virgoan house, so I come across very Virgoan and very detail oriented. So for a Leo first house, this is a big expression from your heart center. It's not just a declaration of love. It is your heart being born, your purpose being born out of this place, okay, because it's in a conjunction with the North Node. And this is going to aspect your 5th and your 9th house as well. So that puts Saturn in your 5th house, and Saturn's retrograding right now. So you might be coming across some past lovers contacting you, or the thought of reaching out to some of them, wanting to rekindle it, or just have closure. It's also the house of creativity and children. So it's, you know, ruled by Leo. So everything that has to do with the heart, right there in that 5th house. And then Uranus is sitting in your 9th house. 9th house is your belief systems. It's also long distance travel. It's really interesting that this fire trine is going on in your 5th house, which is Sagittarius, but it's also aspecting the 9th house, and the 9th house is ruled by Sagittarius. So Uranus there is coming up with some new ways of thinking, some new ways of looking at some old belief systems, because Saturn and Uranus are both retrograding right now. Saturn will go direct this Friday, August 25th, okay? So there's going to be a lifting of what feels like restriction and a lot of heavy weight, which Leos don't need to be carrying that around. so that's going to lift. This is really going to be a great time for you guys. And hit the subscribe button below, and you can also be sure to hit the little bell, the little notification bell that's right next to that subscription button. Otherwise you don't get notified every time that I put a new video out. And that's it for now. Starting next month, I'm going to be doing these a month at a time as opposed to on each new moon and full moon, just because the business is growing and need to make more use of the time. Mercury retrograde is teaching me that right now. So, okay, namaste.